Hello everybody, welcome back to the Mugen V12 tournament. It has been a couple of days. I am so sorry about that. I had some stuff coming up, so I just wasn't available to make videos for 2 days, or 1 day at this point, because I might just leave Saturdays as like a day off for the videos, but we'll see. We will see. Today we have a star-studded cast of the final 8. Some real heavy hitters in this thing. So let's not wait any longer and just jump right into this. Hopefully to make sure this isn't a 45-minute video. So we're gonna jump over to Mugen, and we are going. Just so you both are aware, it is hard 8, life 150. So we are following our own tournament rules, and we're starting off with a heavy hitter. In one quarter, it's the man who's like completely taken over anime, or kind of. It's a manhwa, so technically it's not anime, but at the same time it's very much anime. Who am I kidding? I'd be lying to myself if I didn't call it anime. So we're going to call it anime versus the one anime where everything happened in the manga. That seems semi-interesting. AKA Tokyo Ghoul and Kaneki. Feels bad, man. And the fact that we are starting off with automatic level 3 powers is not a good sign. Neither is the automatic summon of 2. And he just gained back his power. He did hit him though. He can't be hit. It's good to note. It's good to note. He can be hit at least. So, you know, positives. Thank you, Kaneki, for confirming that for me. And now I will not be surprised if you just keel over dead, as you clearly seem to be doing, while Jinwoo just does some weird thing in the corner and absolutely freaking annihilates you while barely taking a hit. Oh, we are gonna have some fun fights later. But that was a swift 2-0 from Jinwoo, and he is moving on to round 2 to nobody's shock. Honestly, I don't think there was a single person in this planet who would have assumed that Kaneki was going to win against Jinwoo, but you know, there's always an option. And next up, we have 2 people who I am reasonably sure I have no idea who they are. We have Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho versus Himura Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin. You know, obviously. Obvious answers are obvious. But this is another really cool one. And we seem to have muted. Oh. Or I am. There we go. Am I okay, there I go. Okay. I gotta make sure that we're still doing stuff because I had my audio cut out for a quick second. And it does seem like Yusuke is getting his ass kicked. Sounds fun. Actually, they seem relatively about even. We got spirit guns going off. Oh, he has like the little tiny bar. Yusuke has a weird aura thing, seems. We have him going right. Oh, okay. Alright, spirit guns are flying. But Himura just seems to have some good pressure. He's making sure to keep on Yusuke, making sure not to give him too much ground. But Yusuke is making sure this is a close match to the end. He is taking the lead at the moment. Yusuke kicking the shit out of Kenshin. Feels bad, man. Okay, we got a Kenshin combo. got some pressure. He got the corner pressure. This could be what he needs to turn it around. Oh, but he has the counter. Alright, it's neck and neck. Yusuke still has the lead, but depending on what Kenshin does here, he could easily fix it. Or he could transform at the last second as he kills Himura Kenshin. He doesn't keep the transformation going into the next round. And we got a Himura Kenshin going in immediately for one of his specials, but it does not do a whole lot of damage and keeps them right about the same. Alright. He's going full lock. He blocks, he dodges, uses ultimate. Yusuke immediately going for a counter as Kenshin takes the lead in round 2 of round 1. Match 2. No, I can't call it match 2. However you would call this, we're on the second of it, and Kenshin is absolutely destroying Yusuke, got glorious pressure on him, and that's gonna be all that it takes really to take down Yusuke apparently, unless he does his transformation. You might yet see his transformation before the end of this, but I doubt that it's gonna happen this specific round. I guess I can call it a round. Alright. Uses his ultimate several times over. Yusuke is hanging on there by a thread and is determined to try to make up the difference, but he's not going to be able to before Kenshin activates his ultimate and ends the round. And ends round 2. Next one takes the match. We got each of them have even. I would really love to see Yusuke go like his demon mode for like an actual part of the round instead of just like 5 seconds, but he's spamming the spirit gun, so the counters. Kenshin trying to get catch back up in health wise, but Yusuke's keeping Himura Kenshin at a distance here. Trying to make sure that he doesn't get hit. Okay, that's big. We have an ultimate from Kenshin. This might help even out the health a bit more. But the recovery time is real quick on that, so thankfully Yusuke isn't able to capitalize on that. We're still pretty even. Getting hit by that ultimate really did hurt Yusuke's chances of keeping a dominant lead in this round. We're gonna have to see if he goes to the demon mode thing before the end of the round, but that'll honestly depend on if Kenshin gives him the time, and he is just not. Alright. If I were Yusuke, I would be trying to gain some ground. Trying to get myself a better chance, because while he is keeping it trying to keep it relatively even right now, he's not going to be able to do that forever. And we are clearly seeing that right now because Kenshin basically has a whole bar to work with, while Yusuke has only one level. Alright. The pressure is still pretty good on Kenshin's part, but he's slipping some. This might be Yusuke's chance for a comeback if he can manage it, but it's not looking like it. Kenshin trying to make sure he keeps up the pressure, while Yusuke just does not seem really sure how to counter Kenshin's aggressiveness. He seems to have figured out something, but he is only one good hit away, and that will do it. Kenshin takes out Yusuke and knocks out Yu Yu Hakusho from the tournament. Just like that. And next up, we have one I am not as familiar with. I am not going to lie with you. We have Emi Yusa from Demon as a Part-Time, or Devil as a Part-Time. I don't remember the actual name of it. But I do remember where she is. She's in this corner next to Yo, who is actually going to be fighting this episode. So they just prep it in a corner. We have Emi Yusa from Devil as a Part-Timer, or whatever you want to call it, versus Kenshiro, who is also down there, actually. Just a little bit farther over as I crawl slowly down there past Tanya. There he is. So let's see who's going to win. The Fist to the North Star? Or the person who made the Devil a Part-Timer at a McDonald's. And we have a weird duplicate for some reason. Love when that happens. She's shedding out clones, but she also got some pressure on her. And is kicking the shit out of the clones. Jesus Christ, he is loud. I might have to turn down the volume on him. If he proceeds to continue. Alright. You got Emi Yusa in a corner. And he got Emi Yusa stuck in a corner, trying to make sure she can't use any of her aggressiveness by being the aggressor himself and kicking her face in. Jesus Christ. But we have relatively evenness going on all around. Kenshiro with the corner pressure is doing really good right now. Keeps pulling a Shinderu. He is just not letting Emi Yusa a chance to breathe. I'm gonna call her Emi for the remainder of this. For the remainder of her time on this tournament, which just might be the next couple of minutes, because this is truly a death by 1,000 cuts. This is not in any way a quick loss for Emi Yusa. She's trying to bring it back now. She got the combos on her. But all it really takes is one hit before he can start just putting the absolute pressure on Emi Yusa, and I don't know if she's going to be able to make it through. Emi Yusa knocked out by some sort of beam out of Kenshiro. I am not really knowledgeable of Fist in the North Star, I'm not going to lie to you. But doesn't matter, because Kenshiro's trying to do a repeat performance. Emi Yusa trying to make sure he doesn't get a chance, but she is categorically failing at the moment. Alright. Alright. He has thankfully failed that move every single time, and Emi seems to be trying to even this out. And this time it might hit. Nope, it doesn't. Haha. That move has been wasted every single time. But that does not mean that Kenshiro is out of this. As we've seen quite clearly, Emi is quite the stronger opponent in this fight. By a long shot. Or Kenshiro. I mean, I would say Emi is strong in this scenario, but I would say that she needs to get like a combo going, and Kenshiro is just not giving her the opportunity. This is looking to be a 2-0 at this point. I don't even think we're going to see a third round out of them. Which, you know, just as well. But, alright. Emi trying to bring it back, but Kenshiro saying no. What the hell? I have no way to explain what I have just witnessed. but it's looking like we're experiencing the end of Emmy here. A couple more hits, gonna do it, and there we go, a 2-0 out of Kenshiro. Amazing run for him, honestly, I'm not gonna even lie. So, next up, we got another interesting one. We have Weiss from RWBY, if I remember where she is correctly. Which I do think I actually do remember where she is, because she is right next to Baki. Such a poor, sad state of affairs for her to be next to. But, you know, them's the breaks. Versus the guy with psychic powers, but not the other guy with psychic powers that I actually kicked out of the tournament. We have a Mob from Mob Psycho 100. So let's see how this one turns out. Alright. Alright, we have some early pressure from Weiss. While Mob just sort of seems to be taking the hits. He isn't really doing any damage. He has not done a single bit of damage to Weiss yet. And she just got the combos for days. Charging, she finishes first. Summons swords to launch at him. Alright, he's finally doing some things. But it is nowhere near enough to claim victory in this fight. And her repeated use of Pierce, apparently, is going to be the thing that does Mob in. Weiss looking to come in here for a second round. Mob charging first this time. And spamming Pierce. That is going to be a very dangerous thing that puts her at the higher level of the mid-tiers for this tournament, I do believe. Like, she ain't taking out Jinwoo, but she definitely ain't going to be a pushover for those people in the lower levels. I'm expecting her to be locked out only in round 3, and that's only because she's going to have to go up against Jinwoo. I think against Kenshiro, she is going to have no problem sweeping him up, just like she just did with Mob. And a swift 2-0 for Weiss. Sorry, Mob Psycho 100 fans, but looks like you're going home sad tonight. And next up, we have some weird fights. We have Ippo, the man, the myth, the boxing legend, versus the guy with a huge sword, but not the other guy with a huge sword, but not the other guy with a huge sword. Guts from Berserk. And when I say I am scared of the cry that Guts let out when he was summoned to the... They are just doing a whole combination of moves over there on Guts' side. And it is going to send out an explosion that leaves the screen blood red. As he either goes through a transformation or just the summoning of a demon, either of which I am very concerned about. Alright, flames. Oh my god. Alright, he can't be hurt, thankfully. Okay, so he might be another powerhouse, dang. Yep, going up against Yo or Luffy, one of the two, and I am honestly terrified for both of them, regardless, because he is just... Man is sounding like a demon. I have not watched Berserk, and now I'm scared to. Whatever the hell is going on makes no sense. Ippo trying to fight back, trying to do some damage here. He's doing a good job. Doing a lot of counters, trying to make sure that he stays out of Guts' like hellfiery reach, but it's not gonna work as he is burned to death for the first round. As he as Guts de-transforms or loses the Batman cowl, I don't know which, as they both lie dead on the floor. Okay, nope, he has the hood back. Why does he have the hood back? He kept the demon hood, and I fear for Ippo's life. Ippo might be able to clock out a win if he keeps doing this, like, nice combo. He has to be very reactive against the demon from hell, and sometimes that just isn't enough to stop you from an early grave, as Guts, like, makes them even in about 5 seconds. And continues to burn this man to death in utterly brutal fashion. Alright, the cries of a demon continue to ring out. Ippo thankfully got some corner pressure going, but pushes him out of the corner pressure in order to do a counter. Just barely trying to keep it even. Alright, it looks like the aura thing is gone, but my dude is still yelling like a demon from hell. And the aura's back. Oh no. Man is yelling like a demon. Jesus Christ. I'm barely even kidding when I say, like, I am actually scared to watch Berserk now. Jesus Christ, what the hell is this? I thought this man was supposed to be the protagonist. I didn't think he was supposed to be a demon. Then again, based off of what I've heard about Berserk, everybody is a demon there. But Ippo manages to actually take a win off of Guts here. And he remains in his demon form, to the absolute horror of everybody on stage. And he immediately starts opening literal hellfire on the guy using punches. But to be fair, that guy using punches also took a round off of him, so I can't imagine Guts is feeling too happy about that. Alright, beautiful counter work from Ippo. Beautiful counter work from Ippo, trying to make sure he does not lose, like, swaths of health. I think Guts hit him into the floor. Alright. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Because that was a 1-and-1 situation, I have a very simple way of resolving this. We simply run that back as a 1-of. Alright, they're both starting off normally this time, instead of Guts being in his demon hellfire mode, which I quite honestly am scared of. Alright, beautiful work from Ippo, keeping the distance, keeping the countering, but he brought out the demon. Oh, fuck. Okay, so Ippo fighting a demon now with a sword, using only this, and a lot of countering that is working really good. In fact, Ippo has not actually been hit once so far. And he is looking to keep it that way as he beautifully keeps Berserk in a corner before getting hit to the other corner. Alright. Ippo, though, making sure to keep on the pressure. Pressure and counters are going to be his key to victory here. Alright, he didn't get hit into the floor that time, but he did create a bunch of duplicates for him to absolutely torch all of the... Wow, he actually destroyed the fact that this man was able to destroy the weird, like, clone glitch is honestly terrifying, and something I feel deserves mentioning. Alright. Ippo going all out, using the ultimate, taking off a massive chunk of Guts' health, and that honestly might put him in the lead just enough to win this. It's gonna have to depend on if he can handle the absolute hellfire that is Guts as just a lover of absolute karmic destruction, as he is clearly proving to be. And he is... Alright. And that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. That is just barely gonna do it. Ippo takes out Guts. I was not expecting that at all, considering, like, how much, like, demonic roaring. I mean, I guess we could allow this fight to go through. Nah, it's not worth it. We already have our outcome, technically. Because the only reason he lost the other round, or it remained to tie the other round, was because of, you know, reasons. Funny game-breaking reasons. Always love to see it. But next up, we have one of our more well-known matches, I guess. We have Yo from Shaman King versus the future Pirate King himself, now armed with Gear 5, Snake Man, and a bunch of other things that would make him an absolute terror and all-around demon, Luffy. This Luffy has access to Gear 4, access to Gear 5, access to Snake Man. He has access to a lot of his kit. So honestly, if I was Yo, I'd be shitting in my pants. And he can just casually use Gear 2 as one of his moves. That is honestly a terrifying sight. But Yo making sure to keep pressure on. Pressure is going to be the key, especially against these powerful kings of anime. Because we know what they can do if they are given the chance to go off. And we are clearly seeing that with Luffy here. As he is knocking Yo, he is giving Yo a tour of the map. Very impressive. Not very impressive tour, but a tour nonetheless. Alright. Yo pulls out a transformation. And Luffy pulls out Gear 5. And instantly breaks the game. Well, this is going to be a fun match. We might have to do this a couple of times. Alright. Let's try this again. Yo versus Luffy. The match that has already broken our game once. Alright. Both of them are charging up. He pulls out his sword. And he goes Snake Man right off the gates. Alright, so we have a Snake Man and a transformation. Luffy going absolute fucking ham with Snake Man over here. Knocking Yo around like he is a ragdoll. He is ragdolling my boy over here. Alright, thankfully I do know that Luffy does not keep his transformation. But this transformation is already showing why Luffy is one of the top contenders in the southern half for, like, winner of the entire kit and caboodle. It is going to depend on how well he does against people like our later matches, especially against either Deku or Joker. I assume something big is gonna come out of that one. And Yo loses the first match, barely taking any damage off of Luffy. Alright, and we got Gear 2 moves already coming out of Luffy. Both at about even. As Luffy goes Gear 5 again, let's hope he does not break the game again. And as Yo pulls out his sword. And Luffy does things I have never seen before. He is doing something, and I'm not right quite sure what it is. He buried Yo in the floor. And fucking vanished again. Gear 5 is about to break this tournament, isn't he? There is no time limit, so this is gonna kind of go on forever. Alright. We're gonna have to restart it again. We're gonna have to just do this one match at a time. It does seem like Gear 5 is a bit broken. In a both figurative and a very literal sense. But we're gonna have to see. This is still technically round 2. We have already seen an outcome. So if Luffy can win against Yo, we're gonna count this as Luffy's win for the match. It might just be that, like, him versus Yo can break the game. It might just be that. I'm not really sure, and I'm not gonna really be sure until I get... Alright. Yo pulling out an ultimate, pulling out all the stops to beat Luffy before he can go into any one of his transformations. And he goes into the one that's broken the game 2 times already. As Luffy proceeds to once again do things I have never fucking seen before. And glitches off screen again. God damn it. Alright, he does that one more time, we'll count it as a round loss. And if he does it again after that, he's disqualified. Or we'll just bring in another Luffy. Another Luffy is very much an option in this case. But we'll have to see. As he launches Bazooka at him. Stopping the round. It's honestly going to be up to Luffy to see if he can just even survive to the end of the round. Because Yo is kind of laying the hurt on him. Got the combos. Alright. He has got Luffy in a corner. And Luffy is hurting for health at this moment. Alright. He's Gatling gunning Yo. Alright. A lot of damage coming off from Luffy now that he has his space. He can breathe again. Alright. Goes level 3. Uses Haki. Alright. Yo goes transformation. As Luffy continues to refuse to transform, he is just paralyzed of, like, losing his spot in the tournament. As we are clearly seeing here. Because Luffy is just... he is just terrified. He is fighting like he is terrified to transform. Or he's fighting to prove a point that he can beat Yo without transforming. But I don't think that's going to happen. But the dodging of the Haki is kind of proving strong. So, it's anyone's game still. Alright. Alright, let's see what Luffy does next. Alright, it looks like he went Gear 5 last possible minute, see if he can pull out a win using it. But he seems to just be comboed. Or he was being comboed. Until Luffy pulled out things we've never seen before and actually takes the round using Gear 5. Due to the amount of breaking, we're not going to actually allow his, like, first match to count. It needs to be like a full best of 3. I know we literally had this problem with Ippo and Guts, but they didn't break the game multiple times. But he's pulling out Snake Man, so it might not even matter. He's looking for the repeat. He is looking very much for the repeat against Ippo. He's not even going to let him transform this time, though. He's just going to go straight to Snake Man and go straight to kicking Yo's ass. Though Yo seems to get in combos. got Luffy in a corner at the moment. Luffy just not having the combos he was having before. Although that might have just been set up. As we are clearly seeing, that might have just been set up. This Luffy kind of going crazy though, but... Alright. Alright. Yo trying to keep up the pressure, trying to make sure that Luffy cannot do any more damage to him, because that would be catastrophic at this point. Alright, any damage that Yo takes at this point can be absolutely catastrophic to his victory chances, so he needs to make sure that he can keep up his pressure, which he is just not doing against Luffy, who seems to be existing at the top of the screen. Alright. Luffy is doing many things that I am not even sure what they're happening. Alright. Alright. Alright, Yo either trying to transform or he's trying to gain like meter. One of the two. Whatever it is. Luffy is just not letting it happen. He is just not taking it. He is kicking him back and forth as Yo finally transforms. But it might be too little too late. It'll be dependent on what he can do against Snake Man with the short amount of life he has left. Because they are basically neck and neck right now. It could go either way, and it's gonna go the Luffy way. Alright, that was a close 2-1. That was a close 2-1, but Luffy, despite all of his many crashes, manages to pull out a win against Yo. And next up, we have another really... We have Tsukiyumi from Sekirei, sorry. I'm not really familiar with them. So, there he is. Okay. Versus Senku. I gotta remember who Senku is now. Oh, Senku from... Okay, yep, no, I remember who you are. From... I keep wanting to call you Stone Age. No, that's... It's not Stone Age. Stone Age is the name of a song about your anime. Stone Wars? Might be Stone Wars. Hang on, I can just look this up really quick. I don't know why I have been making this so difficult on me. Oh, it's Dr. Stout. Okay. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. I'm not gonna lie to you. But we got Senku versus Tsukiyumi. Let's see who wins. This is another really interesting match. And... Alright, Senku doesn't seem too strong. Does have a really cool charging animation. Then again, Tsukiyumi is proven she can use water really effectively, to be fair. Alright. What the hell? Alright, Tsukiyumi got some moves. She does not have damage, but she has moves. And he has bubbles and a steam train? What the fuck was that? Whatever it is, just blew up in Tsukiyumi's face and caused her a lot of damage that is gonna be tough for her to recover from. But she is certainly gonna try. Starting with a launch of an attack. Alright. Alright, some good. Alright. Again with freezing thing. Which is honestly keeping her in this very much so. I'm not gonna lie to her, the little, like, projectile combos she can get off with that is kind of what's keeping her here. But she is being hold... Okay, we have a bit of an upset there because it did not look like Tsukiyumi was about to win that, but to each their own, I guess. Alright. Throwing a little paper thing at her. Cool. Alright. Water. Water. All the water. Alright. Alright, Tsukiyumi finally figured out what she was doing. Summons a water dragon. Apparently they can use water dragon. Either that was the water dragon from Naruto or the water dragon from Demon Slayer. And I doubt that it was the one from Demon Slayer. Because, you know, distinct lack of swords. But it does look like Senku might actually win this. Her little ranged playstyle is working very much so in her favor. At this point. Alright. But it is just not mattering to Tsukiyumi, who knocks out Dr. Stone himself out of the thing with a swift 2-0. And now we have the final match of the first round. This is the final match of our round 1. This will be your final round 1 contestant. Let's see who makes it in. In one corner, we have the hero who is honestly nearing the end of his anime run, honestly. About to be picked up by his sequel series, but we have Deku MG9, specifically the MG9 form, versus the only other person who isn't from an anime, who isn't actually from an anime to join this tournament, Joker from Persona 5. And they're fighting on the Bleach stage. I still hate the fact that Bleach was knocked out that quickly. And Deku wasting no time, going 100% right off the bat, not wasting any time with Joker, trying to secure his spots. Alright, we got Deku versus Joker, both of them keeping it relatively even so far. But Deku is certainly... Holy shit, that was a lot of damage. Got a smash ultimate. And it honestly did pretty decent damage. But it's not going to matter if Deku keeps hitting him with beast moves like that. Jesus Christ. Alright. He keeps using Arsene. Arsene. He is Arsening. Alright. Joker trying to pull it back. But Deku with the pressure. Alright. Alright. Joker has him in the corner. That might be good for him. He might be able to even out the health. Even take the lead some. Wouldn't that be the dream? Alright, but it is looking like he is not going to be able to even it out. Deku takes the first round. Screaming his little heart out. Alright, he doesn't keep the transformation, and he immediately gets hit with the ultimate of Joker. Gotta love the smash ultimate. And it honestly knocks out a lot, like a good chunk of his health. Alright. You have a little charging break. And Deku, again, wasting no time. Not even wasting time with 20%. Immediately goes 100. And he does the ultimate again. God damn. Joker loving on the ultimate here. He's the first one we kind of seen doing this. Besides maybe Kirito. Kirito was spamming that shit. But we have Deku absolutely tearing Joker apart piece by piece. Joker trying to bring it back some. I'm not gonna lie, he's doing somewhat of a good job considering the fact of who he is fighting against. And the third ultimate of the round. God damn. What the? That is insane. The amount of ultimates this man has gotten off in just a short time span is honestly the reason he is kind of in this. But hits like that, it's not going to work for him. He's got to keep up a constant state of pressure, and I just don't know if he's going to be able to do that here. And he is not going to be able to, because Deku's at the last possible fucking moment doing an ultimate on the corpse of Joker, or like the fine veneer that has replaced Joker, as he takes a final 2-0 to wrap up our round 1. I'm gonna show you our little bracket, but because I honestly think it is very fitting for you all to see how far we have come in just 4 episodes, and there are still so many good fights to come. We still have Itadori versus Alucard to lead off our second round, and it is just gonna keep getting better and better as the weak are weeded out, and only the strong, the overpowered, the brokenness that I have allowed to just permeate every porous of this tournament continues to reign its absolute terror. For the next episode, we got Itadori. We're gonna try to keep with the thing. We should be able to do about half of round 2 next episode, and the second half in the episode following that. So we are closing in now on near the end of the tournament, but we still have a lot more hype fights to go. So I will be seeing you all in the next episode for round 2 and the first 8 matches of that. We're in for a treat, guys. See you all in the next one.
In my cage. Run, run, run away, my little mouse, and if you hesitate